Hello! Ethan and Brandon here from the Tangent Podcast.
Hi.
So just before we started the episode, we wanted to say that for episodes up until now, we have been calling our friends and the people we have known to get suggestions for the words and phrases that we have used. The audio of our calls may be released as a bonus episode at a later date, but we thought we'd just love to open it up to anyone who may be listening.
So now you can give us any of your prompts or suggestions that you might have rattling around in your brains through our online form that will be in the description of wherever you're listening to this podcast, or of the description on our website, which is tangent.buzzsprout.com. That's tangent.buzzsprout.com. Or you can go directly to form.jotform.com/tangentpodcast/suggestions, which is form.jotform.com/tangentpodcast/suggestions. Or finally, you could just email us at tangentpodcastideas@gmail.com.
Certainly right. And additionally, as this episode will be up on YouTube, you can leave a comment down below, which we may include in a future episode. Anyway, we'll leave you now to the episode. We had a very fun guest on this time, and we hope you enjoy it. Bye.
Bye.
See you in a second. Okay, we're actually going now.
All right, sick.
Tangent. Hello, and welcome to Tangent. I am Ethan Leith.
And I am Brandon Ilsley.
And if you haven't listened to this podcast before, the whole point of this podcast is that we get a random word or phrase, and then discuss said word or phrase and see what tangents we go on from there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find all the other places you can find Tangent on our website at tangent.buzzsprout.com. Now, Brandon.
Yes.
I have some very exciting news for this episode.
Ooh, what's the exciting news?
Well. Today we have a very special, not so special guest. He's special to us.
He is special to us.
But maybe not to anyone else who's listening to this, actually. But anyway, he's our close friend, actor, and creator of our band Retribution Stan, where I am Retribution and he is Stan. Benjamin Payne!
Hello. It's me. It's Ben, though. It is just Ben.
Benjamina. That's what I think.
He has to do that a lot.
Anyway, Ben, how are you doing? Welcome welcome to the podcast.
I'm good. How are you guys? It's good to be here.
Good, I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad it's good to be here because we actually weren't too sure if you'd even say yes to doing this. To be fair, so
well, to be honest with you, I was forced into doing it. So
yeah, I did harass him for like several days. I had
that's not all, Ethan. That's not all.
I had people turn up at his door. People that I'd paid to turn up at his door, sitting there, for days on end.
And they're here now, pointing a gun at my face. So
I didn't quite realise I paid for that service, but I'm going to stand by it. Benjamin, you're continuing whether you want to or not.
Later on, I'll give you a little dance. Yeah, it's good. I'm your biggest fan, so to be here is a great honour.
Yeah, it is true actually. Yeah, Ben has listened to all of our episodes at least once, and at this point in time, that does contribute to being our biggest fan.
Yes, he is among our top listeners for listening to everything once.
I skimmed through the last one, but I mean that counts, right?
Yeah.
How do you skim for a podcast? It's not like reading. Like you can't just listen to like a word and be like, "Oh, that sentence was funny." Like what?
Next bit. No, I just drag my finger across and hear the sounds like all together.
Like the Flash, just like listening to it. Like, oh yeah, that was a good podcast. I like that.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah. So Ben, tell us about yourself. Tell us a bit about what you do.
I didn't know you wanted an essay, man. I would have prepared.
Well,
what do you want from me?
Make it up.
Yeah.
So I'm an actor, as well.
Lies.
And I have been what?
No, I'm joking.
I've been in
This
many.
isn't two truths, one lie, Brandon.
Shit, I lost.
Should we do that? Should we do two truths, one lie?
Go for it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
then,
go on.
then.
Let's do two truths, one
That's
lie.
a good way to introduce yourself.
All right. So, first truth. First one is I was in a ZZ's commercial.
Oh.
I grow plants in my spare time.
Well, I feel like that was a lie because he laughed through it. But let's continue with the last one.
and I give to charity.
Okay. Real quick. You could have picked like two more other mundane ones. Okay. And also, how sad that someone says I grow plants in my spare time, not I have plants. Like everyone grows plants in their spare time if they have plants. Like that's what they do. It's even not in their spare time. It's while they're at work.
If you're a gardener, you
Then that's your
that as work.
job. It's literally not your spare time.
what's your point then?
I don't know. It's the lie. That's the lie.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, give it to charity is a lie because I don't care. I'm not kidding. No, yeah, the flowers are the lie. Flowers is the lie.
You're just bad at raising plants. That's just also a truth.
Yeah.
So Ben, what charity did you give to?
I bought a hoodie once that was donating to the ocean charity.
The ocean charity.
What's the ocean charity? I'm genuinely intrigued.
Well, it was like the hoodie was made up of recycled plastics from the ocean, and so the money went towards cleaning up the ocean.
Oh wow.
Was it a Rapa Nui hoodie?
No, it was a Primark hoodie.
Well, I mean, I feel like if it was a Primark hoodie, you got lied to, because
It wasn't a Primark hoodie. Don't worry. It was. I don't know what it was. It was like you've seen it. It's multicolored. It's the multicolored one.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I hadn't
yeah.
realised.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't feel that constitutes for giving to charity, but we'll go with it. Dan.
It does.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
All right. Well, whatever. You say.
What?
Oh.
Oh god!
Every time.
Oh my word!
I'm so
Oh no! I'm so terrified. I'm crapping my pants.
Oh! I know what time it is.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
You know what that is, guys? It's prompt
It's prompt
time.
time.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
And as Ben, you are our special guest.
Not so special guest.
As you are our very special, not so special guest, we did tell you to bring along a prompt. Yeah. So Ben, would you like to give us your prompt?
Yeah. The prompt is the computer chip Intel Core i5.
That's the computer chip Intel Core i5 is our word or phrase.
Intel.
Yeah.
Ben, you understand that as the guest, you have to you have to deal with this as well. Like you're gonna have to contribute to this conversation as well.
I was just gonna sit back and let you guys. Honestly, no. Have you guys got it?
No. I know your laptop for a fact has an Intel i5.
It does, yeah.
I specifically I use AMD because I think they make better processors, so I tend to stick away from the Intel chips myself.
Sorry, guys. This is a fucking boring topic.
I'm glad that Ben recognised that this is a fucking boring prompt, but we're going to go with it because this is the podcast.
Yeah. This you chose this.
Yeah, this is what I meant by like you're gonna have to speak with
the will chose it.
No, we didn't. You did. We actually actively did.
We didn't.
No, the wheel did. The roulette wheel.
Oh, the roulette wheel.
Oh, you span a wheel?
Not wheel.
Yeah, I span a wheel.
Yeah, I thought we said we all chose it as if we had a meeting beforehand.
Yeah.
And we went, what's going to be really interesting? Oh, I know, a fucking processor. Let's fucking talk about that.
Yeah. The Intel Core i5.
It is an interesting
anyway,
topic, though, because it's from Intel and it's a core chip.
Ben, have you been paid off by Intel before coming on here?
Yeah, Ben, are you trying to get something?
What, a paid sponsorship? No.
Ben, our 81 listeners, I don't think any of them work for Intel.
Well, they should.
Guys, just so we're all clear, we've not been sponsored by Intel for this episode.
No. No, we haven't. But you know what? Actually, in all fairness, I'm pretty computer illiterate. Like I do claim, like I have like the guise of youth for people to be like, oh, you know computers, and I always just go, yeah, sure. But I am pretty computer illiterate. Like
You can't even type on the keyboard, can you?
mate, due to dyspraxia, barely. But we'll go. But like, no, I can tell you the difference between an AMD and an Intel and a fucking Alien and fucking malware. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't.
Malware.
You literally couldn't, because an alien isn't a thing and a malware is a computer virus.
Like an old lady.
I know for a
malware.
fact that Alien is definitely a brand of laptop or computer or hardware. Alien is definitely a brand.
Alienware is a brand.
Well, that's
of
what I
computer,
meant.
But AMD and Intel aren't. AMD and Intel make internal
Yeah, you
chips.
idiots.
I did find out something very interesting. I was just searching up. So an i5, an Intel i5 chip. So the Intel, for anyone who's listening who doesn't know computers that well, or for you, Brandon, as well.
Thank you.
So the Intel has 3 different main chipsets: the i5, the i7, and the i9. And so the i9 is better than the i7. The i7 is better than the i5. But I've just read this, that actually the reason is so they try and make all their chips i9s, but inevitably some of them fail. So if a chip fails to be good enough to be an i9, they then check, is it good enough to be an i7? If it's not good enough to be an i7, they then make it an i5 processor.
Wow.
So you're telling me I've got the worst one?
Yeah, you got the fucking reject.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's literally it. That's Intel's model. Is they go, okay, can it be an if it's not an i9, it's just a failed processor that they went, oh, we're still going to sell it, but call it
Doesn't
something
the whole
different.
world work like that though?
That's really fucking clever. That's really good. That's a really good business model. To be like, even when we fail to do what we want to do, we'll earn multiple millions of dollars, pounds, whatever out of it. I'm impressed. Well done, Intel.
Yeah. I mean, Intel have tanked a bit more recently.
Round of applause for Intel. There you go.
Round of applause for Intel. So, Brandon, what is your favourite brand then?
Oh, dude, just one that works. Like, I have such bad luck with laptops and computers and computery guy. Like, I hate, like, none of it works. Like, ever.
I got a joke.
Go on.
Oh, no.
Go on, Ben.
Oh, no.
Tell us
Go
your
on,
joke.
Ben.
Brandon, what's what's your favourite Brandon?
Oh.
Okay, well, Ben's no longer in this podcast episode.
We've now cut
I hope
Ben's
that you
audio.
enjoyed having Ben.
We're gonna every now and then we're gonna be like, shut up, Ben, but that's just because he's gonna carry on speaking to us, but he's not. You won't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah. We shut up, Ben. Anyway, so this is now just me and Brandon. This is a me and Brandon episode. No more Ben ever again.
Wow.
Okay, actually, I do feel a bit mean. We have invited him, so I guess we'll let him. Shut up, Ben. Anyway, I do feel a bit mean, so I think we should maybe invite.
I feel like
him
I
back
gave
in.
Ethan I feel like I fulfilled one of Ethan's fantasies there. Like he's really latched on to the shut up, Ben. Like let me like I've given you an allowance, Ethan. Like you couldn't say it beforehand, but now you're gonna be like, fucking shut up, Ben.
Oh, honestly, it's so hard to get.
Not even doing the podcast. He's going to be telling that in real life.
Yeah, I am going to be saying that in real life to you just anytime we're doing weird stuff,
Which is all the time.
Me and Ben were taking the train back the other day. And as we were going into London, our train passed another train. And I cannot tell you why, but me and Ben just decided to start pointing out the window, like, repeatedly, with, like, this grimace on our face, and we were going, you, and waiting for someone to notice.
No.
2 people looked over so shocked as our train passed
it took about 5 minutes and 2 separate trains for someone to notice it. So
yeah, we were doing it for so long. Anyway, our train stopped. Then they came back past the people who'd noticed, and we started doing it again. And then they were doing it back at us when they passed.
Yeah.
See,
And then
that's just quirky fun though. That's fun.
No, exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
You got to have fun on the train.
it was a lot of fun.
Obviously.
And then we didn't realise there were people on the train with us, and they were all staring at us.
Yeah, that was the point when we turned around and we realized other people were perceiving the weird stuff we do.
Oh, it was...
Is that not always the way with you two though? Like every time you two do something strange, one of you always goes, "Oh, Ethan, that guy just looked over us." Like it's always after the fact you go, "Oh yeah, like people exist.
Yeah.
Why have we done this?"
My favourite one is still Ethan when we were walking through town, and I screamed really loudly behind this old lady, and she turned around really shocked, and I was just like, "What? What was that?"
I felt so bad for her.
No, I did too.
I was so embarrassed. I had to turn around. I couldn't even look in that same direction. I was like, "What is that?" Whilst trying not to let up that Ben had just screamed at the top of his lungs behind an old lady.
Yeah. Like we play this game as well where we walk past random strangers and we'll just say the most awful random stuff.
So normally what we'll do is we'll pick someone that we can see, and then as we walk past them we have a bit of a preamble of a conversation, which we then resolve as we walk past them with like the most random stuff. Like it will be stuff like, "Yes, I was just like out in the forest the other day," and and then as we'll go past I'll be like, "So I was scratching my ass on this tree and like a stick kind of went in my butt, but I was kind of into it, like I think I'm down with that."
Yeah.
And then we watch to see if they turn around.
we turn around and watch them look back at us.
Has anyone yet turned around?
I haven't seen anyone, but
Yes,
Ethan has
quite a few
seen...
times. I've seen quite a few times where we've been walking and we've had people turn around with very confused looks on their face.
Yeah, we get up to a lot of stuff.
It's very amusing. It's all in the lieu of life. So I feel like can get really boring sometimes. So I think it's always nice just to give people something to think about. That's going to be their weird thing, but it's going to be their weird story of the day.
You're gonna go home and be like, I just heard this guy talking about like sticking twigs up his butt. Like, what's going on there?
That sounds fair. I just don't have the social confidence to even pull off anything like that, like remotely. Like as soon as I'd even start, I'd be like, nah, can't do it. I don't have the
Brandon,
balls.
I don't unless I'm with Ben.
Yeah, I don't do that unless I'm with Ethan. Like, it's only if we're together we just cause mayhem.
Yeah, me and Ben. What do you think, Ben, is like the weirdest thing that you've ever heard? From someone else?
Oh man, that's a
just out and about.
I don't really pay attention. So
just at all, just in life, I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, to be fair, last time we were in the train station, he was just barging through everybody, like as if they didn't exist. He was just pushing people over.
Yeah, well, there was that one little girl. She just wouldn't get out of the way though.
Yeah, he actually like pushed her over and then just started walking over her.
Well, if you're not going to get out of the way, then
yeah, she was like 5.
I really hope you're joking, but at this point, I really struggle. I really struggle to tell.
Yes.
No, we are
yes.
joking.
Ben did not trample a 5-year-old.
No, she was 6.
Well, look, I don't know the story. No, she was 6. Like that's what's important. She's like a paedophile on defense. No. She was 6. It makes it better.
I think you'll find she was 7 in like 5 months.
She kept telling me she was 6.5. Okay,
She's gonna be 16 at some point.
She said she was 12.
She's gonna be 16 at some point. Imagine that being a defense. It's like she will become a woman. I just got that early.
The judge was like, "Oh, fair enough."
Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
I just pre-ordered.
Fair
I
play.
don't know why everyone's mad at me.
No. But weirdest thing I've ever heard. I was just thinking as well, like making life fun. Like we literally spent 20 minutes the other day with 2 hats, making them puppets, annoying the crap out of everyone.
Yeah. Yes, this is true. So actually, do you want to tell it, Ben?
No.
You can explain what we're working on at the minute and what we're doing.
So we're doing a play, me and Ethan and some other friends, and we were over rehearsing the other week, right? And this is as part of our costume, we need like hats, like posh, fancy looking hats, right? Very upper class, good hats. And so I grab one of these hats, and I noticed that if I put my hand in it, and start making my hand move, it kind of looks like a mouth, right? And so I get my phone, search up like googly eyes, and I put them on top, and I got a little puppet. And so I'm like giggling about it, and I go to Ethan, pass him another hat. He does the same thing. Next minute, we're dancing around the room, making this whole puppet show for everyone. Not impressed, by the way. I don't know why.
No one enjoyed it. No one else but us.
No one laughed.
We were improvising an entire song, which was not too bad.
Good. It was good. And we just got dirty looks, and I don't really appreciate it. Because honestly, I think that's probably my best work.
Yeah.
He says whilst being in the play.
Oh yeah, well, fuck the play, man. I want to do the puppet show.
Me and Ben we have a band in spirit that we've never actually publicly released any songs from, but it's called Retribution Stan, where I'm Retribution and he's Stan.
Can you break down that title for me and why it is the way it is, please?
Well, originally it was called Incels and Pancakes,
That's what I remember it being. I remember it being Incels and Pancakes.
It was, which was based on one of our old housemates who me and Ben used to live with.
That's a whole other story.
Back at university.
For another day.
But so that was why it was Incels and Pancakes. I don't know why and Pancakes.
Well, I don't know. We'll probably make pancakes. I don't know.
Yeah, probably something like that. I'm not going to lie to you. Ben, do you remember why we called it Retribution Stand?
No. I think we just literally were like coming up with new names, and then we just come out with the most wacky stuff, and I think that was one of them. And they just stuck.
We do come up with just random weird names for things.
See, I can't wait for you guys to take off. And then the interviewer being like, so the name, tell me about it. How did you get it? And then you two having to really quickly come up with a fucking bullshit story of like why you've got the name Retribution Stan.
Well, my name was Stan.
Yeah, my name was Stan. And then like I cussed someone out and then they were like, nice retribution. And there we are.
Yeah. Retribution Stan.
Yeah, so I'm like the retribution of Satan for this day and age, because we've all turned our backs on what's truly important. And he's Stan.
And I'm Stanley.
Also, I really don't know if you could be the retribution for Satan, did you say?
Yes, yeah.
I need to Google to see if that even makes like sense practically.
Listen,
in my head that doesn't.
Listen,
Satan's
I know.
retribution.
Listen, I know that you're trying to sign us up for a record label and everything, Mr. Record Label Man, but you just got to trust it.
Just trust us, man. Just trust it.
Yeah. Listen, retribution means like the passion that's deep inside your soul, that's been there all along, and you're just waiting to let it out.
And Stanley's the nice friendly neighbour.
Retribution actually means punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. So technically, if you're the retribution for Satan, you're retributing like on behalf of him. So you're just like fucking destroying angels.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beep out all of the bits that disagree with us, so it looks like Brandon agrees.
Do you want to know something sad? Do you know what I started typing retribution? Do you know what the first thing that came up was on my Google?
What? Really busty women?
Yeah. No. Retributive strike.
Why is that sad? I don't get it.
What does that mean?
That's a spell from D&D. It's the tiefling.
You saddo. You
It's
absolute
the tiefling
loser. What a loser.
So,
Ben, speaking of, Ben does also play D&D with us.
Well, yeah.
Well, Ben would play D&D with us.
If I was invited.
What do you mean if you were invited? You literally are currently invited to a... He's going to play the victim the whole time, audience. Don't believe him.
Yeah, he is invited to a campaign that I'm running. Ben does have a victim complex. It's a medical. He's been diagnosed with it, so...
Well, look.
Yeah, a psychologist went, stop being a bitch.
I just feel like I need more attention. That's just simple as.
That is true. That is true. If there's one thing you're lacking, Ben, It's
Yeah.
it's definitely attention and not a
It's-
brain cell.
And it's retention too.
I see what you did there. I see what you fucking did there.
How's the Dungeons and Dragons Minecraft map that you're making for me coming along, Ben?
What? What?
How's the Jurassic Park Minecraft map that you're making coming?
Do you
along?
remember that you were making me?
Too many things. Dungeons and Dragons. When was I making that?
Yeah, it was something well. I
Oh,
can't
you were
remember what it
making.
was
Well, hang
called.
on. Well, if you're gonna play that card on me, you were also making one for me. How's that coming along?
Guilty. I I ditched the project, Ben. I can't even remember what its name was.
Ethan, did you set Ben up for him to do that so you could say it like that?
No. But as soon as I knew that was coming, that was how I was gonna do that.
I really. Oh man.
So I'm dying over here. Just
Ethan Leith sets up his own jokes. There you are, everybody.
That is typically, you know, when someone does stand-up comedy,
This
they
isn't
don't go,
stand-up,
hang on,
Ethan.
can someone else come here to set up my joke for me?
Podcast right
Ethan,
now.
there's other people on this podcast. Like, you don't need to do a stand-up set.
Well, I'm not doing a stand-up set. I'm just saying it's not unprecedented in comedy that people would set up their own
Ethan
jokes,
thinks we're so
Brandon.
unfunny. He needs to like make sure he's got like humor lined up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just like to
no.
clarify that wasn't. I was trying to lead Ben into the opportunity to talk about his Minecraft world called Vandal's Well that he was
I don't
creating.
want to talk about my Minecraft world. That's sad. I'm kidding.
Ben,
I'm trying to come out
Ben,
cool.
you started off this podcast by coming in with an Intel i5 processor. I don't know how much more sad we're gonna get. Right.
Well, Ethan, if you want me to tell you about my Vandal world,
Okay, no, you don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about something else.
Talk about the Minecraft map if you want to talk about it so bad. You freak.
I do. I'm highly anticipating this.
Honestly, mate,
When's the release date?
June. I don't know what year.
I don't know what year.
Okay, I have the title. I'm gonna edit this little snippet out, but I have the title
Yeah.
now.
What is it?
It's just Ben's releasing his Minecraft map some year.
For all to download. No, it's going
That's
well,
what they should have
man.
done with GTA 5. They should have just been like, it's coming out in June. Everyone would have been like, no, not GTA 5, GTA 6. Because like then they would have been like, in like 10 years.
Well, that's what they did with.
but it's definitely June.
That's what they did with Beyond Good and Evil 2, innit?
They
were like, "Oh, it's coming." 10 years ago.
I don't know what Beyond Good and Evil is, mate.
What's a game, Brandon?
Well, I
Oh yeah, that was coming out ages ago, wasn't it? I completely forgot that even existed.
Wow, yeah.
Because that was like. Shut it! Jesus Christ, Ben.
Ben's coming for smoke today.
Can you spend like 5 seconds? Yeah. Come here. We invite you onto this
Sorry.
podcast.
No,
and
I'm
what do
sorry,
you do to
guys, I'm
thank
sorry.
us?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm
Ridicule
sorry.
us. You know, yeah. Okay, Ben's being removed from the podcast again. Shut up, Ben.
Oh, did you just?
Anyway,
Sorry.
so this is just. I'm reviving here.
I deserve a
can't-
spanking. Ben, mate.
What?
That's what you said.
I didn't even.
That's what Ben said. Look, man, I've been alone for so long.
Beyond Good and Evil. When did that trailer come out? 2017. 2017 was when the original Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer came out.
Yeah, but they announced it in like 2005.
Was it 2005?
I don't know, something like that.
All I'm saying is
It's insane.
this game better be good, because imagine allowing for this much build up. Like imagining
They should have
allowing
announced it.
It's not just good, it's beyond good. And evil too.
Shut up, Ethan.
I fucking shut up. Ethan's being removed from the
Yeah.
podcast.
This is now tangent with Ben and Brandon.
This is now Ben and
Jokes on
Brandon.
you, I edit this. I have control.
Man.
Imagine how much of like a kick in the face it would be for like if like me and Ben just started our own podcast and made you edit it. Ethan.
I wouldn't. I simply
And we called it
wouldn't.
On Topic.
On topic, the spin-off of Tangent, where we go on tangents anyway.
Yeah. No, we have to stay on topic for the entire half hour.
Yeah.
It was teased back in 2008.
Right.
That was when Beyond Good and Evil 2 was. So 2008.
That's almost 20 years. Wait, what year are we in?
I
2023.
was about to say, it's really not actually almost
Yeah,
20 years.
it's not almost 20.
15.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder what was the
Ben gets 15 items and he goes, wow, I have 20 items.
I have almost 20 items here.
yeah.
Ben is
great.
permanently rounding up. Like he has it has to be 10s and 5s. Nothing else.
Well, you know what they say, man. Always round up.
Who says that?
So I searched it up.
I say it.
Sorry, Ethan, carry on.
So if I say it, someone says it.
Shut up, Ben.
I searched it up. So Beyond Good and Evil 2. So I was like, what is the longest time between a game's announcement and its release? Beyond Good and Evil 2 has the Guinness World Record for the longest amount of time, which overtook the previous one was Duke Nukem Forever, which was announced in 1997 and then finally released in 2011.
Whoa.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 has now overtaken
That's a whole new
that.
millennia. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine what their original promised release date was. Do you think they were like, we're going to get it out before the millennium?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And then like the millennium came and they're like, we're going to get it out in the next 5 years. We're going to get it out in the next fucking...
Next year.
Oh.
So, it'll be out soon.
We will get it out.
At some point.
Yeah.
Shall I spin the wheel again? Do you want me to spin the wheel? See what else I got on here?
What, a double prompt episode?
Hang on.
Oh, don't. You're gonna give us such a I've forgotten the word.
Give Ethan a stroke.
Treat. That's the word. I forgot the word treat.
That was such immediate defeat from you, Ethan. It was, you're going to give us... I forgot the word.
Didn't even try. Didn't even try with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What's our second prompt?
Dingleberries.
No, it's not. That is always your go-to word whenever you can't think of a word, Ben. It's always dingleberry.
No, it's on there. Do you know what a dingleberry is?
Cap, send me a picture right now.
Oh, I will.
Go on.
I will.
Tell us what a dingleberry is.
Hang on a second. Brian, did you have Snapchat? I forgot.
Do I have Snapchat? Ben, we've talked on it, bruv.
Do this after the episode.
Okay. Dingleberry. Do you know what a dingleberry is? Because
Well, I have two definitions I found, but tell me which one you think it is.
It's the little like balls of poop that hang off your butt hair.
Yeah, that is one of the definitions.
Yeah. Is it really?
Have you ever had dingleberries, Ben?
No, I haven't. Because I wipe properly. Ugh.
I have.
Do you not wipe properly?
No, it was just very briefly. I didn't shave for like a while.
Oh, right. Okay. What?
Hang on, wait. Do you shave your butt hair?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't shave my butt hair, Ethan.
I don't shave my butt hair. I just wipe.
do. I have to.
You have to.
I
They grow,
have
like,
to?
they
No,
grow
you don't
rapidly.
have to.
Yeah.
It just becomes
My butt hair grows really long.
Actually, it stops
And
it from
really
being able to
quick.
shit. Like, it just, like, interlocks. It becomes, like, a force field. Like, Ethan
It
can't
goes
have
up
a
his
shit
back
his
and-
butt hair grows too long.
Yeah. It just holds like a net. It's a trimmer.
Ethan doesn't have dingleberries. Ethan has dingle bombs.
Here's Dinglebushes.
Dinglebushes.
The dingle log.
Yeah, that's it.
Dingle.
That's the new Christmas pudding.
Okay, I have a new idea for an episode.
Ben has a dingle.
Ben explores through the wilderness of the Dinglebushes.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, God.
Okay. I think with there, folks, I have a bit of a light head, so I hope everyone's enjoyed this conversation about the Intel i5 processor and very briefly about dingleberries.
It's very good. It's very good.
What, the i5 processor? Ben's in full support.
It serves me well.
Or So we hope you've enjoyed.
Yes.
We hope that you've enjoyed Ben Payne being on board.
Yes.
Ben, do you have any life lessons to share with our audience before we wrap up?
Trim your bushes and don't get dingleberries.
Right after I was ridiculed for the idea that I would trim.
Well, if you're going to have it, you might as well trim it. You know what I mean?
I thought he meant like real life bushes. I thought he meant just like be a gardener. We already know that Ben likes plants.
You get paid for being a gardener. You don't plant flowers for fun. You get paid for it.
Anyway.
On that, don't plant flowers for fun. Ben Payne.
Yeah. Anyway, so we hope that you've enjoyed.
Yeah.
And as always, I am one huge dingleberry on top of one slightly smaller dingleberry.
I am a poopy butthole.
And I'm a fat man going through menopause.
Bye!
See you in a bit.
Bye!
I deserve a spanking.